I think our theme should be our next podcast. What should our next podcast be about?
Oh, that's exciting. Maybe can our next podcast be about kind of about our previous podcast and talking about how it went? Could that be the theme of our next one?
We could talk about our previous to this podcast, or we could talk about this podcast on our next one.
I think the theme of the next one should be this one. The theme of this one should be the next one.
Okay. So what do you want our next one to be about?
This one.
It's a really good idea.
Thank you. You know, I just came up with that idea just now, like right now.
What? All right. That begs the question, though. What is this podcast about?
This podcast is about our next podcast.
So what are we going to say on our next podcast?
We're going to talk about this podcast and how it went.
Yeah, this has had it. See? This hat has had it.
That's a good look. That's it. Now you just need the cigar, like the cheap like 50-cent cigar that you chew on and never smoke. That's a good look.
Yeah. See? Ah. Ha. No cavities. Ha.
I have 4 cavities.
Your nasal cavity? Or can you name all your cavities?
Why would I name them?
I don't know. I named mine. See? I'm from Florida. Look how white my teeth are.
I think you just aged 60 years. It's amazing.
You want to check out my new lawn hose?
Oh, that's disgusting, Kelsey.
That's not what I meant. What am I like, Jonathan? Let's talk about me.
You're like 5'8"?
I'm pretty great. Is that what you said? Yeah, people say that. People say I'm pretty great. Yeah. I'm also
you have no cavities.
I have no cavities that haven't been filled.
But you do have fillings.
I do, yes. But I think they were. I think it was fake filling. I think the dentist. I think they just wanted practice. Because they're always wanting to fill my fillings, and I'm like, nah, not today. And then nothing happens, you know. Like I've never had a toothache, and if my fillings needed filling 20 years ago, then and I didn't get that. Like if I had I have had a cavity for 20 years at least, and that I haven't had filled in my wisdom teeth, and you know, no problem. Like it's not. I don't know what the deal is.
Well, I think this is an important thing for our audience to hear. When a dentist tells you that you have cavities, what they're really saying is, I need some money and I'd like to charge you money, so I'm going to pretend that you have cavities so that I can charge you money. Does that seem right to you? That's my experience of dentists.
I think that's what they say to themselves, but I think they want you to believe that you have cavities. They don't want you to think of it as them lying to you.
Have you ever had a filling?
Yeah, I had a filling. I had 2, and but the first one was like, yeah, I just don't believe it anymore. The first one was was like, oh really? Because it was at Harvard. I had free dental when I was working for Harvard Business School, and there was this young dentist, and I think she was just practicing her lie to the patient and tell them they have cavities thing. Like everybody has cavities, right? And I was like, oh well, whatever, it's free, you know. And then and then I had my second one, and I'm like, well, I guess it's, because I had like everybody I knew growing up had cavities, and I never had cavities, and I was never very like stringent about or regular about cleaning my teeth, or I wasn't like I clean my teeth, almost every day, but not every day, and not like twice a day, and I ate tons of sugary things, like just like candy bars galore growing up, donuts, like, and so I go hours and hours without brushing my teeth after a sugary whatever. So anyway, free health insurance. I'm like, yeah, go for it. Second time, same thing. And then the third time, I was just like, I'm gonna have to pull it out of my own pocket. I'm gonna have to pay for it out of my own pocket. Let's not do it right now or whatever. And so I wait and I, brush my teeth and go back and like no mention of, like I was also like constantly changing dentists because I moved like 15 times in 15 years and so I would have different dentists and so. And at some point, I also stopped getting X-rays because I'm just like, every time you go to the dentist, they want to like zap you. And so anyway, yeah, I basically when I heard, the last filling I got was ages ago, and even though cavities have been, I've been told that I've had cavities, I've just said no, I can't afford it right now or whatever. And then I'll change dentists and they won't find any cavities. But then I'll change again and they'll find a cavity and I'll say no, I don't want to do it right now. And so basically I've just been waiting for one of my cavities to start hurting, and then I'll do something about it. But nothing ever has. It's all I've just never had any physical symptoms of having a cavity that I can feel. So why bother? Especially with the wisdom teeth, it's like, and that's where like most recently I was reported, to have one. And I'm just like, well, they also want to pull my wisdom teeth. So, that's like the best scenario is like, if the cavity actually starts to hurt, then I'll just pull I'll just do what they want and have the wisdom teeth pulled. Are you still there, John? You disappeared.